y'all. What's going on? He's so petty. I'm petty today, y'all. I'm feeling very petty pop today. Pop petty. Pop petty. Can we use pop petty?
You can use it if you like. I'm never using it.
Thank y'all for tuning in today. That was just an interesting opening. I just felt the need to do something different. Thank you for tuning in for the awakening once again. And y'all should know us by now, but you should know me, Shontal, and everybody should know the cut up king himself, the tell it like it is king himself, Mr. Reggie Whitley. How you doing today, Reggie? Hey,
Hi. Hey.
You gonna hit that? Hey, okay. So, like I said, today gonna be pop pitting for me, popping pit. So we're gonna get into this episode. This is one of those episodes where we really get to just talk about stuff that's going on in our pop culture. So with that being said, we got a lot to discuss on today. We got some people we need to shed some light on, some situations we need to discuss. So one of the situations that I want to discuss is we all know Easter right around the corner. Is you buying eggs?
I've noticed that it's gotten a little bit better. It's gotten a little bit better, but can we talk about the beginning of the year, though?
Look, eggs. It's more than ghetto. The price of these eggs, the more I go in the store and look at eggs, it makes me want to just go and start my own farm so I can get my own chickens out and have my own eggs laid. Cause at the beginning of the year, it was like an 18-pack, Reggie. They was almost $10. I think it was like $7.99, $8.32 to be exact, with tax that I end up paying for some doggone eggs. Thank God it went down a good $4. But
listed at the average price of a dozen of eggs in the United States was $4.21.
The average price.
Average price.
So we talking about a dozen.
They were $2.
I mean, talk about a rip-off.
I don't know. I think the chickens just got tired of us. They were like, we're just going on strike. Y'all are not treating us right. We ain't giving y'all nothing. You're taking my babies. They ain't giving you nothing.
Look, I don't even think it was that. I think they just used to their advantage to raise up, like they're raising up everything else. So let's hit them where it hurts the most. We're gonna raise up the eggs. People can live off eggs and bread alone. Do you hear me? Just like they live off bread, they can live off eggs. Let me get this little protein right.
Fasting time.
Look, okay. So I told mine, and I told everybody else, everybody that's dealing with me with kids. My friends said, I hope y'all ain't trying to do no egg dyeing. I hate it for the kids because they ain't gonna be able to get the experience, but this shit ain't going. Really, I don't do it anyway. I put some eggs in the can, what you call them, the plastic egg, put some can in there. Them kids don't be eating them eggs. I ain't finna waste my egg stuff for put in the yard just for y'all to sit up there and not find them anyway, because y'all trying to find the eggs with the money in and the eggs with the candy. I ain't trying to look for no real eggs anyway.
Just teach them about Jesus this year, guys. Just
teach
them about Jesus.
Right.
Save your egg money.
Yeah, just save the egg money. Put the egg money on something else. Get them the kids some chips.
Buy your house. Put a down payment on the house instead of buying the eggs.
What you say? You could say, well, just think if you buy eggs every week, that's almost $20 to $30 a month in eggs alone. Especially when you got a family over four, like a family of four, and you eat breakfast on the weekend. Most likely kids go to school, but if you cooking and all that, a carton of eggs a week, $4. I mean, you really got to put eggs in just like a regular bill now. Just eggs alone. Your water bill be my water bill used to be like $40. So you shy away from uh what, $4? That's $20 right there, $16 for 4 weeks in eggs. No, come on. Mm-mm. It's just ridiculous. They need to fix that. I need to
I
talk
think
to the chicks.
have a meeting,
Hmm.
have a union meeting. Maybe the chickens start forming a union. That's what they're doing right now.
What
They're
y'all
just
want?
getting things together.
Look, what can we get y'all for y'all to stop? What can we do for y'all? Like, help us out. Oh my goodness. So what you
Well, I
got?
tell you, somebody else that went on strike. Speaking of the chickens going on strike, look like good old my guy, Prince Harry. You know, I love my British people.
He
Been
do.
there. I don't know if I told the story on the podcast before, but I actually took a picture of Prince Harry when I was over there. Deleted the picture because I didn't know it was Prince Harry, and we found out later that it was Prince Harry. But believe me or not, I have no proof. So we deleted the picture, and it wasn't like on the iPhone like it is now. When you delete it and it go to the delete thing,
Yeah, right.
it was gone. It was gone.
It was gone. You had a
Love my
razor phone.
Brits. You know, had a professional camera actually. Love my Brits. Um, love the Queen. Heartbroken when she left up out of here. Didn't tell nobody she was leaving.
Mm,
But
rest
she
in
ain't the
peace.
only one that left. She left this earth, and Harry was like, beat you to it, Granny. Gotta leave your country because old boy chose his wife, chose
Over
his
me.
family, and he said, I got to get out.
Hmm.
Did you watch the documentary?
I did, and I actually liked it a lot, and it had me really thinking, like, wow, because you think some people just don't go through certain things, but wow, that was when he was talking about that stepmom. I was like, ooh, 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 wow. And even his mom, Princess Diana, I liked it how cause he got a lot of his mom in him. I think he really has a lot of his mama. He just want to be normal, and it's not nothing wrong with it. It's like he always wanted to just be a normal child, a normal person. So, but yeah, he put it out there. That's one of them things where them parents say, "What goes on in this house stays in the house." He didn't out of everything, everybody. Like, nah, ain't nothing finna stay up here. Everybody finna heal over this stuff.
And to do it so publicly, because you know the royals for like centuries have always been private. They want to look
Mm-hmm.
perfect. They have these poised lives. You don't really know no dirt they go on. And here is the spare, the one that's not the heir, but it's the brother of the heir, came out and was like, no, 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 no. Enough is enough. Y'all dogged my wife out. Y'all have, because they didn't even really do him bad, but they did his
They
wife bad.
they
So they
did.
did him bad through his wife. And he was like, oh, no, that's not going to happen. He dogged his children out. And so but what I like about him, partially, because it's so much to like, right? But what I partially like about him is he didn't leave with a plan. Because you see, Tyler Perry had to come in and be like, hey, let me help y'all out.
Right.
He
Mm-hmm.
didn't have a plan. He didn't know how the money was going to work because, of course, all the royals are on payroll. At least at that time, they were all. And he was like, no, 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 you keep your money. We're just going to figure this thing out. We don't need your security. You're not going
Right.
to give us security. That's fine. We'll figure this thing out. And it's working out very well for him.
He worked that thing on out. That's what you call mustard seed of faith.
You know?
He he walked that thing out on faith. Like, I don't need y'all. I ain't finna deal with this. Like, you ain't finna keep me bound no more.
So it makes me wonder how many marriages just in general, have been either still are damaged or have ended because one party didn't say, I got to turn you loose and go to mass
Mm,
spouse. So,
that a lot of 'em, I can guarantee you that a lot of them, because you don't have, it's like a loyalty thing, and you have a lot of people really truly believe that, once you once you and it is facts and truth that you leave your family. It says in the Bible, you leave your family. The son leaves. I mean, it's plain as day, but I just don't really feel like you should have to. It should be that deep, but it's sad that you got to be that deep because when you have to do that, you're not only cutting off with the family that you've been knowing all your life, you're also cutting off the relationship that your kids can have with the family as well. The opportunity, it's like taking that opportunity away, but you got to in order to protect them and your peace and everything connected to you. And it's like one of those situations where you just hope and pray that they understand it later when they get grown up. But now daddy can be a prince because I ain't like your mama. So we want finna go there. It's mama. What? What y'all want me to do? Get the money and not your mom? Like what? So I just want to know how would he explain it going forward when he get, as his kids get older. Because I'm quite sure it's gonna be a topic.
Yeah, but then I also think that it will be one of those things whereas it's not like he took them out of this. He did, but they were so young. They didn't know what they were in. So their life in America to them is a normal life. So
Right,
I feel like it's one of them things where later, should the monarchy keep going? 'Cause who knows how that because they're like boycotting and rioting and picketing in London as we speak. So who knows how that's gonna go because they are like rebelling against their king right now. Something they would have never done to Queen Elizabeth. Let's just put that out there. My girl would have never been boycotted against by those people. Other countries are flying in to boycott um, against the king because they want their countries to come from under the monarch. So should the monarchy continue, um, I feel like it wouldn't even be one of those things where it would have to be a lot of discussion as far as why you're not prince or princess. I think the
right,
discussion would be more so of um, why you don't have that relationship because we've
right.
seen based on the documentary he tried to keep that relationship with this dad and with the family. And even more recently, after the documentary, that they did the christening of one of their children.
Yeah.
And they tried to, at least they said it, they tried to work it out to where the king would be there, or there would be where the king is, and he was unavailable. The king was. So we see a whole lot of from what it looks to be, trying to keep the relationship, but not getting that same energy back, that same response. So I
Mhm.
think that'll be more of the discussion. Why don't we have a relationship? Oh, that's our granddad, if he's still alive. Oh, that's our granddad. Why don't we have a relationship with him? Oh, that's
Mhm.
my uncle. That's your brother, the king. Why don't we have a relationship
Mhm.
with him and the children? I think that'll be more of the discussion over why aren't we because they wouldn't be even accustomed to the servants and all that stuff, which I'm glad because if we look at how, and I think that that's the difference between Queen Elizabeth and King Charles. Queen Elizabeth didn't grow up thinking she was going to be queen. She wasn't next in line. Like circumstances happened to make her the queen. She was
Right.
never supposed to be queen. So she was never raised in all of that. But King Charles was. And we see King Charles, how he is childish. There's just so much footage of him being childish. He laughs at other cultures. Him and that wrinkled wife he got be laughing at other cultures in their face. They're just very disrespectful to people. They're spoiled. So many people have come out and said they were servants of the palace, and King Charles can drop something on the floor and he'll call people from across the palace to come and pick it up off the floor where he's sitting and put
Mm.
it back on his desk. So I think that it is a good thing that we don't see. It's a good thing for them, I'll say,
Right.
that they're not being raised in that. So they're not going to become those entitled brats like their granddad. Can't say
Look,
the same for the heir.
Yeah, you know what you say, then the breadth. Because
You
I
know,
just want to, because it's gonna be. I think it's gonna show a impact. I just hope they don't too much hate him, because once history, goes down in the books, it's written. So it's gonna be something that they also can go back to and read all these documentaries, all these books and magazines that they'll be able to have access to go back and read. Okay, why this and why that, and to see that they mom being being cast out and talked about, and ooh, they probably
but
ain't gonna
not
want to
only to
deal with
see that their mom was, but to then draw the connection to this is why I never met my grandma
yeah,
because she was the original my mom. She
yeah,
just didn't make it out alive.
right, yeah. So it's a lot. Ooh,
But I
woo,
commend Harry, if as if we haven't done it already, for right now. He is suing the press over there. So he's in London right now suing them because of all of the stuff they've put out. He's still putting his family on blast, by the way, like still right now in court. But he's suing them to get not only him but Elton John and some other ones are suing the press over there to try to change the laws because they are ruthless. They're paparazzi, they're
yeah,
journalists. They are ruthless, and so
mm-hmm,
I commend him for that because nobody ever did that for Diana.
yeah, yeah,
And they are the ones who tormented
yeah,
Diana,
and send her
and
over the edge.
you know, and I mean, she was running from them when she died. So I
Uh-huh.
commend him for that, and hopefully he can get some laws and stuff changed over there, and keep exposing the royals who are leaking allegedly leaking information to the press, especially the queen, the current queen.
Hmm. Thank you for changing it.
Because I want about to think I'm talking about Lizzie. I ain't talking about my girl. But so you watched the documentary on Netflix, and did you get
Hmm.
the email? Have you been seeing what they've been saying about the password sharing?
Look, let me tell you something. I'm so sick of Netflix. I'm sick of 'em.
Don't be sick of
Netf. Yeah. They irritates me. Let me. I ain't gonna say I'm sick of them, but it's just real disrespectful. It's so bad that, let me just tell you something. I got a charge on my, cause what I did was I put Netflix on its on all my apps channels come off a prepaid card, because I had to think about it, because when it's automatically connected to the bank account, they can just take out and you never know what has changed. And so I realized my account was charged $20.
for
And I was
Netflix.
for Netflix. Look, no, you should be okay. The problem lies is with the children, because due to the fact we got four TVs, one, two, three, no, yeah, four TVs, and the girls was trying to watch. Everybody was literally on Netflix. Apparently, one of the girls uh clicked the button because it asked them. It said we exceeded the limit, so they clicked it, and it upgraded because it was saying that you can only have this many people on your Netflix account. $20, Bridget. $20, Bridget.
And so did they? You say who did this? Your daughter.
Yeah,
So do they all have their own little account thing?
yeah, they got their own profile
So
page.
was she on her own profile?
Yes.
So I'm trying to figure out Netflix, why is the person who's not the account holder, if it ain't on their profile, why are you asking somebody else? Would you like to make a change on the account holder's profile if they're on their profile?
Come on. Cause I looked at that, I said, $20. Hold up. Look, I'm going around. And so I called and they was like, well, somebody accessed it and upgraded your pay. Because of passwords, Like, are you serious? Like, these are kids. Like, they hit the butt. What in the world? It's in the same household. I can see if the profiles has changed, but if you got a strategy to do everything else, you can't see the strategy and seeing that it's in the same household.
But I think they've been doing that though forever. I think that because I remember being at somebody's house and it was like different people. I think it was maybe two TVs watching it already, and we tried to cut it on a third TV, and it popped up and was like, "You've exceeded." Which to me, if you are allowed to have four profiles sitting here, why was it ever a rule? Whereas all four people on this profile on the Netflix that I'm paying for can't watch it at the same time. Why I gotta pay extra? You would think I would have to pay extra just to make another profile, not for this profile to be watched.
I just feel like it was disrespectful, and it made me so mad.
Because
I w-
they've gotten to the point. I think that they had to like retract their statement because they were saying
yeah.
after 31 days you have to log in on your primary Wi-Fi. Now, several issues with that. College students who are at school on the
Mhm.
parents' Wi-Fi, their primary address is still the parents' address.
Mhm.
How can I log in on my parents' primary Wi-Fi 30 days? People who don't have Wi-Fi, some people actually just watch Netflix just
On their
on their
phones.
data, like they don't have to connect it to
Yeah.
Wi-Fi, but you have to connect it to Wi-Fi, to your primary Wi-Fi. How do you know whose primary Wi-Fi is their primary Wi-Fi? That looks like you know a little bit too much about me. Because how do you
Look,
know
okay.
about my particular primary Wi-Fi? You know,
Cause
but they
like,
had to come
what if I
back
want to
because
let my
people have
neighbor
it.
use my Wi-Fi or something because they having problems right now and they need to do something? What I mean, so what?
Because it
Like,
makes you
that's just
wonder, because there are
ridiculous.
some communities that have Wi-Fi, community Wi-Fi. Everybody connects to the same Wi-Fi. Because those are small communities, but it's different houses. So is that a problem? Would that have been a problem? Because we're all on the same Wi-Fi. But enough people came out and they were just mad. They were calling Netflix out. They were making TikToks. They were making statuses on Facebook. They were tagging them on Instagram posts. I think somebody even did a one of those change.org forms for a petition. And Netflix came out and was like, we never released that statement. That statement was released by accident. That was never the case. Never the case.
Right.
But it goes to
Mm,
show you when we stand up for something, because where we hit them at, they're trying to hit our pockets.
hit
So
them back.
hit them back. That's where you get that change at, guys. That's where you start to see change.
Look, when they say, I want my lick back. I want my
You know,
money back. I sure called them. I want my money back. Like, and then they got like six. Is it no? It's like four different pricings now that I seen too. I think it was like 6.99, 9.99, 16.99, and it was 19.99. And I'm like, and we just talking about Netflix.
because they charge you if you want to watch SD, standard definition. I think that's what it is, or HD. And then they have another one. I think it's Netflix that has one for like 4K. And I got a 4K TV, but I'm like, I don't have to. I don't know the difference. I'm just watching a
That
show.
part,
And
right?
then from what I understand, I might be wrong, guys, but from what I understand, a show has to be actually shot, filmed, and released in 4K in order for you to be able to watch it in 4K. Because most shows are like done with HD cameras. So you can't
I did
do
not
a
know that.
4K. Yeah, because even on the iPhones, like on my iPhone, I can record something in HD, or I can record it in 4K. Now, if I record something on my phone in 4K and I put it on YouTube, for instance, I can put it on there in 4K and it'll have the little 4K down at the bottom. But if I record it on my phone with HD and I put it on YouTube, it's not going to have the 4K. So I can't watch it in 4, of course. But if you have a 4K TV, it still has to be recorded in 4K. So a lot of people are paying for 4K because they want the highest of definition. So they're paying Netflix extra. But most of the shows and movies on Netflix are not filmed in 4K because most of them were not even filmed when we had 4K. So they're paying all this extra money thinking they're seeing some crisp and clear when they're
Educate
just
us.
really seeing it in HD. So you're paying all
Educate
that
us.
money for 5 shows. So they're getting over, guys. They're
And I
getting
mean, getting over real good.
real good.
Mm-mm. So speaking about getting over, we was just talking about family drama. So have you seen the situation between Latasha and Tamika Scott with Escape?
Un poquito.
Is Tamika is saying a sister and a husband stole $30,000 from her. And Tamika brought the receipt. She even got Tamika Harris, which is Tiny, T.I.'s wife, that's in the group, also to speak out on it. She got receipts. So the sister's saying, no, it didn't happen like that. It wasn't that. The check, it supposedly it was a check that was mailed out. And the husband was supposed to have been put it in an account. Uh, and that's how the money came up. So they doing a whole round robin, $30,000. And the sad part for me is y'all have been singing for a while now together. And it just makes me wonder, like y'all been divided all this time over $30,000, and y'all just wanted to bring it back to the forefront since y'all done came back together and came out.
Hmm. It makes me wonder, is this to get more listeners? Because we know these because while you're talking, I never made the connection. So that's Tamika and
Tamika and Latasha are sisters.
so that's Tamika and Latasha fighting. And Candy, of course, is a part of Escape. And Candy, I don't really follow a whole lot, but it look like I do. And Candy, I hear is having her issues with what's her name? Tamar.
Tasha. Yeah.
And Tamar, wasn't she on tour with them or something?
She was Tamar has a whole nother situation going on
Well,
with
no, I'm
them.
just saying though.
Yeah,
It
it
just
was
makes
some
me
kind of
wonder,
connection.
is
Yeah,
this trying to get more people to show up at your events
events.
or
Yeah,
to get more because it's a whole lot of drama in just this little
group.
bubble and 30,000, like you take 30,000 of my dollars.
I'm going to war. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna send somebody after you. You know what I'm saying? Because man of God millionaire, but he need his 30,000. You know what I'm saying? But aren't these people like up there, up there? Like, isn't
Yeah,
$30,000 just a little bit? Like, is it worth this much
but I
falling out
think
over
it's
30,000?
different for them two because well, we know Candy got a bracket of her own. Candy made. I don't know what these two sisters did outside of Escape like that. I know Latasha she just now coming out with her own gospel album, but I'm not even finna play with them. Candy is the one who's Candy and Tamika, Tiny. They got their own
Oh,
change.
is that Tamika? Tamika is tiny?
It's two Tamikas. It's Tamika Scott and it's Tamika Harris, which is Tiny. So I'm
So
gonna
who we
say
talking about?
Tiny. So we talking about Tamika Scott.
Because guys,
But
I don't know Escape. I wouldn't even know about this if I didn't see
don't
where
tell nobody that.
Latasha.
Don't
No, it's
say
fine. I can't get
no.
any lower than where I already am with them because I don't know nobody,
Said,
clearly.
can I
The only
can
reason I knew about Latasha is because I saw an interview when she was doing her gospel album, and I just really enjoyed it. And she talked a little bit about the issue. So I'm sitting here like I know what's going on, guys, but I really don't. So I didn't know there were two Tamikas. I knew Tiny name one
yeah,
Tiny. So we
right.
talking about the other Tamika. Now you're talking about Tiny. Amen.
Yeah. So but I'm gonna say they got their own money. Like they have look, she's married to T.I. They and then what she got They got their own platform. So, but this Tamika Scott, that I think the $30,000 really matters because clearly they haven't wrote it off, and then even a mom that got involved and taking what Tamika feel like the mom got involved in taking Natasha's side. She said she always feel like she was, you can say, the black sheep or whatever, but yeah, Sue girl said she need her $30,000, but it gets to me because I'm like, this been how long ago? And so why are y'all still fighting over $30,000? And y'all siblings, and then y'all bring it to the forefront like it's like, calm down. Just go in the backyard of your mama house, fight it out, but get a girl her money back if you owe her. That's all I got to say.
I don't
You
believe it,
ain't the
guys.
husband.
I don't believe it. If it's
Yeah,
been going on this long, why you ain't take her to court?
that's
I
what
don't
I'm
believe it.
saying.
I'm not
I
buying
think
it, Tamika.
it's too much going on.
Judge Judy wouldn't have even sit here and listened this long.
So,
Judge Judy
well,
would have shut it down.
I wonder what would Judge Judy
She would have
would
got
have.
her papers and started stacking them up, slammed them down. It's over. It's over. Your case is dismissed.
I wonder
Dismissed.
what would Judge Judy would have said about our other girl though in another celebrity news feed. Oh, Angela with the Oscars. So it was this video. I know you saw it because I know we talked about it. Of her face expression when she didn't win, and to Jamie Lee Curtis. Now I'm gonna say this: the woman need. I'm all for Angela Bassett. I'm all for it, but I'm gonna just say, black women in general, we have this face expression that we can give out when we get when it's just we are in offense mode or something. We may not say nothing, but the facial expression, we gonna give it, and she gave it.
Gave it.
She gave it all. But I really feel so bad for her because she earned it. She did that. I can't even, and it's not a race thing with me because I can't even think of what did Jamie Lee Curtis play in to even this past year. What did she win? What was it? Because
I
I
don't know the movie. I don't know the movie, but some people say that it was a pretty good movie. And from what I understand, is it was a movie that was outside of Jamie Lee Curtis's element. Like it was something that people were like, I can't believe she's playing this role. I didn't see, guys. I don't know what movie Jamie Lee was in. Angela
because I
was
don't
nominated
either.
for Black Panther, right? Black
Yeah.
Panther 2. I've never seen that either. I've never seen either one of them. So I don't know. I don't know if Angela did a good job in the movie because I didn't watch the movie. I don't know if Jamie Lee did a good job in her movie. I didn't watch the movie. I I don't plan on watching either one of them. Be very honest with y'all. None against either movie. I just don't have it on my schedule to watch either one. But so I'm going based on what people have said about the movies. People have said that Jamie Lee's movie was one of those that was like groundbreaking for her based on because actors normally have like their roles that they play. Like we already know. You already know when you see when you see I love her, what is her name? Loretta Devine. She gonna either be somebody's mama or somebody's grandmama. 9 times out of 10, she gonna be sick, and at the end, she might die. You already know the role you get when you get Loretta. I love Loretta. She is an amazing
But
actress. I
why? You
watch
so
everything
right.
she's in. But
You
is
so
that not
right.
her character?
You
So
so right.
actors, they play the same roles. They fit when you see what is her name? Jack A. Jack A. Lisa Landry. So when you see her, you already know she's gonna be sassy. She gonna have that voice. She gonna do that
Hmm.
drag, and she gonna probably act a little fast. She gonna be bougie. Actors have their roles, and
Yeah.
so when Jamie Lee stepped outside of her typical role from what I understand, that's what got her the Oscar. Now, I do think that Angela, just because she has done such a good job just in her career, she
Mhm.
does deserve an Oscar.
Mhm.
But when I really looked at it, so I broke it down to two narratives. Number one was that Angela showed disrespect and negativity. You know, that's what a lot of people are saying. Angela, she could at least acted like she was happy for it. Look how she was disrespectful when they called Jamie Lee Curtis's name. Can we normalize celebrities having real feelings? Can we normalize them being
Right.
human?
Hurt. Right.
Because I don't remember who it was, but they gave an interview. It was Isabel, I forgot her last name, who played Wheezy, Louise on the Jeffersons. She
Mhm.
gave an interview years ago when she was still alive, of course, because she's not interviewing anymore. And she mentioned that how she got award. She won some award. I can't remember what award it was. And she was like, I didn't even expect that I would win. So she was like, my goal was to be in the back because she said she had to present an award right after that. So her goal was to be in the back, and they brought a camera back there because they even back then they were putting the camera in your face when they called your name to be nominated. So she said, "I'm gonna throw a piece of cheese in my mouth. That way they'll see me chewing on cheese. Either A, they won't put the camera in my face because I'm chewing cheese, or B, people will know I'm chewing cheese because I can't hide the look on my face because who wants to lose?" She was like, When you see celebrities out there and they're smiling, clapping for the other person, they're lying. They're lying. They're hurt."
Right. Right.
And she was like, I can't hide that. But she ended up winning. She had to go out there chewing on cheese, and she told the truth on cheese. But I bring it up just because they're lying when they're still smiling. They might be happy. Happy you got yours, but I feel like I should have got that. So I don't think she was being disrespectful or negative. I
I
think
don't
she was
think
just
so neither.
showing her real emotion.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I mean, Angela has been playing in a lot of stuff like 911. 911. I watch it faithfully. Even um did not even thinking not even bringing Black Panther in, but on 911 she is a beast. Like she holds it together. It's different scenarios that she do, even if she plays a cop on there, but she is good at it. She is really good. And so even with that, because usually Angela Bassett, like you say, is different roles, mamas and all that stuff like that. I think she did good. It's just I hate her for it, but she gonna get it. I feel like she
She
gonna
is.
get it eventually.
Because
Yeah.
the second narrative that I wanted to bring up to show why I think why we know she's gonna get it, is people are saying that Jamie Lee Curtis didn't deserve it. So I actually looked up both of them. A lot of people are trying to say because Jamie Lee Curtis's parents were in Hollywood. I didn't know that. I don't know who her parents are. I don't think that it is because her parents were in Hollywood before they died that she won. People be trying to find reasons why she
Right.
didn't deserve it. But at the end of the day, her parents, when I looked it up, her parents never got an Oscar. Jamie Lee Curtis had never gotten that was her first. It's not like she was Oscar down. That was her very first Oscar as well. So her and Angela were in the same boat, did all this work, known in Hollywood for years. I even looked it up. Angela's been acting since 1985. Jamie Lee's been acting since 1977. So some would say because Jamie Lee's been acting longer, maybe she did deserve it before Angela. Who knows? But I just wanted to bring it up because we can't downplay Jamie Lee Curtis just because we hate that Angela didn't get it. Jamie Lee
Right.
still deserved it. It was her first. She never
Yeah.
got another one. Her parents were in Hollywood. They were aiming for it. They never got it either. And she's been doing it since 77. Truth be told, most of us have seen a Jamie Lee Curtis movie, just like most of us have seen an Angela Bassett movie.
Right.
Most of us have seen Freaky Friday, Jamie Lee Curtis. Most of y'all have seen the Scream. I think it's the Scream movies or
Yeah. And
Halloween or Halloween.
uh,
Uh,
yeah, Halloween. Yeah.
Most of y'all have
Halloween.
seen those movies. That's Jamie Lee Curtis. She's been doing those for decades. Um, we
Even
know
the
Jamie Lee
action movies.
Curtis.
Hmm.
So I think that we shouldn't, two things can be right at the same time, guys. Angela Bassett deserved it, so did Jamie Lee Curtis. So I think
Mhm.
we should stop trying to pick sides and just say two things can be right. Jamie Lee Curtis deserved it, but we wish Angela Bassett would have got it because she deserved it too. So hopefully next year, um, Angela gets one. And let's be honest, there are so many who are even better than them in not only acting but also in music who never get these awards. And some of them get old and retire and they get an honorary Oscar or an honorary Grammy, which I
Mhm.
think is trash, but it happens.
Yeah, that's disrespectful too. That to me. And then when they
Give me
die,
an honor. Now
and
you
you
want to
want to
honor
give me
me at the
all that.
Oscar
Yeah,
after
yeah,
I'm
you
gone.
want to honor me when I'm gone. Can't even clap. Can't even no. That ain't right. Whew.
Then,
So
they be
what are
lying
you get?
talking about they be smiling down from heaven. Man, them folks don't be knowing you honoring them guys. Anyway, so the last thing I think, just a little hit and miss. We're done, guys. I just wanted to bring up my guy. He's my hero,
We need to
my
put a clip
friend
on
in
here
my
too.
head. Oh, we're putting many. They've
Look,
probably
we
already
need a
played
clip.
before this. In case you don't know
Look,
who this man is, Mr. Eric Mays, Ward 1 uh, city councilman of Flint, Michigan. Have you been
don't play
seeing
with
him
him.
on your TikTok, girl? Cause
The memes is just the memes is just I he don't play with him. Okay,
at all.
don't play with him at all. He ain't trying to play with you.
When they go low, I go lower. And so far it done worked. And I'll be 64 in September. If you want to play with a child or want to play games, go to Toys R Us. I'm not the one. Thank you.
Is there any other discussion in the second round?
You ain't gonna never, under my watch, call me names, hold press conference, Miss Worthy, and then run for cover when I call you white, nasty, ignorant, rude. It ain't gonna happen. Not under my watch, not in my council seat. So that's what we deal with.
I have never in my life met an individual who is verbally and in other ways so professed racial hatred as Mr. Mays.
I don't know if she racist, but I know she Eric's. She Eric's Macy's, if it's such a word. And I happen to be a black man on the north side. So I don't know if she racist, but she show Eric Macy's.
You ain't got look. He need to come down here. He need to come down here and do some debating for me. Don't play with me. I need
At
him
all.
as my lawyer. Like I need you to be my forefront. Like he don't even need security.
He'll let you know. I ain't scared of you. He'll go out in public. But what I love about what has happened with him is he's just doing the work. He didn't put these videos out there.
And he
They just so
didn't.
happen to be putting them online during the pandemic. This man has been, so he's not a celebrity, so it's hard to find information about him. But I did find out he has been in politics or an activist, at least an activist, for over 30 years. So the only reason we know this guy's name is because during the pandemic, they stopped having in person council meetings where you can come and sit, and they started putting them online for people to watch. Because, you have to, when you have a city council, you have to be able to go and sit and be a part of the meeting as the public. And so, since they were putting them online, somebody just decided, well, let me put this on YouTube. And somebody found it on YouTube and was like, let me take these clips and put them on TikTok. So this man is out here minding his business, lighting into Miss Herkenroder, lighting
Like
into
just
all
going
these
in on.
folks, and all of a sudden he becomes a sensation on the internet. And I'm sure the
Don't
man
play
didn't even
with him.
know what a TikTok was when they told him, you're
Look,
on TikTok.
okay. Who put me on that TikTok? I can hear
Miss
him now.
Herkenroder. No, did you see the one? Because he is about the business. It is so funny. they were on some meeting, and now this was out of order, guys. So he had him some wine, and he had the whole big bottle of wine. He just started drinking it while the woman was talking, and so they couldn't help but to start laughing. He was like, "Y'all laughing because I got that wine? Y'all, I got my wine. I got my cigarette. Y'all got to get back to bit. Y'all got to stay focused on the business." And I'm like, "Sir, how can they stay focused on the business and you sitting here drinking wine straight out the bottle? You ain't even got no glass." But I actually just very much enjoy watching Mr. Eric
Them
Mays,
cut up.
because he
Just
cuts up,
watch them
and
cut up.
if you would pay attention, because I be paying attention to the names he called out, he'll get anybody. He can be on your side today, and if you say something out of pocket the very next meeting, he gonna light it in on you. I even saw a video where his mama was still alive, because they say he's been in this seat for like decades. So his mama was still alive, and she got up and she started talking about everything, and she got off track to, um, if we put prayer back in the cities, that's what's gonna happen. We gotta put prayer back in the cities. And you know how old folks do. They start telling their testimony. And so she started
Mhm.
telling her testimony, but she was going on and on and on. Mrs. Mays, Mrs. Mays, your time is up. He does
Shut
not
it
care.
down.
He does not care. He let it get finished, but she did go over. I guess he said, "Y'all ain't gonna blame me for her
I'm
going over."
on.
So, but
Oh,
he is very much enjoyable. But what I like about him is, if you really pay attention, he really is just calling out what needs to change.
mm-hmm.
I ain't heard the man
In
lie
all
yet.
honesty. In
It's
all
funny,
honesty.
but he's just calling out. He's just calling out the trash.
That's
Every
it.
injustice, he's just calling it out. So we need to be more like
Always
him. We
right.
need to bring up some good trouble. We need to, but he's a very good example, Chantel. I didn't say to tell you that I was going to bring this up because I didn't think about it until today. But he's a very good example of, we were having a conversation not long ago, and you said something about, "I'm just going to stop telling people anything. I'm just going to be quiet." And I said, "How dare you? How dare you stop sounding the alarm? Because you don't want to be embarrassed, or because you don't want to feel some type of way. You don't want to be brought to shame. How dare you stop?" I'm sure you remember that, because it was like literally just 2 days ago.
Yeah, I remember.
But
I can see him getting me in line now. You
because
just
is
gonna
that not
sit
what
down?
he's doing? Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
imagine if he decided one day, "I don't want to be embarrassed. I don't want to look like a fool. So I'm just gonna sit here and be quiet while I see all this trash going on, while I see all these injustices, while I see, all these people doing bad, doing wrong. I'm just gonna sit here though." So he's a very good example of, why are you caring what people say? The man goes to the council meetings with ankle bracelets on. Because have you not seen it? The man is on house arrest because they do him so bad in the meetings. They call the police on the man because you are causing a disturbance.
I did not know he was on house arrest.
So he went, and they were like, "Mr. Mays, Councilman Mays, what do you have to say?" He lifted up his pants like he had one on each leg. "I came to say,
Look,
I came to do the business." So I mean, he doesn't care
I did not know
about.
that.
It's hilarious. You got to look into him. I
Oh,
probably know the
I
guy's
got
social
to look
security
at
number
it.
by now. But yeah, I mean, he's going to court for disorderly conduct in these meetings and stuff. But isn't it, sometimes I'd be like, "Okay, just pipe down a little bit, Mr. Mays." But this is what is bringing the attention, because we all know Flint, Michigan is the place with the water crisis
Yeah.
that has
Mm-hmm.
been, not has, not was going on, that has been going on for way
For
too
too
long.
long.
So don't we need people like this in cities, in regions, to sound the alarm, according to Joel 2? Blow the trumpet, Mr. Mays, and call out all these injustices, and call out all of this dirt that's going on behind the scenes, even if it causes you. Because is that not the work that Martin Luther King did?
Yeah. I wonder, can we get him on the show?
You know, I have seen people say that his number is public. I've seen people say that they've called and he just answered the phone. Hello. So, you know, do you want me to call him? Because boy, I get him on.
Let's call him. Mr. Mays, I got this situation.
We should call him live on the show.
Yeah, Mr. Mays, we got this situation going on. Can you give me some advice?
You
know. Cut up is what he gonna do.
Tell him about what's going on in the city. Mr. Mays.
Ooh.
We got some stuff going on in the city. Do you have anything to say about it? Can we bring you in to kind of iron some of this stuff out?
That'll be too funny. We need to check into that. That'll be funny.
You know?
Seriously.
Very enjoyable.
Well, y'all, it's been a pop culture review today. We didn't talk to y'all about some stuff. And we hope y'all enjoyed it. Reggie, you got something else to put out there for these people?
I have nothing else. Just don't break the bank, bang your eggs. You know, you thank God for the prices going down, but just don't break the bank, bang the eggs. Call out your injustices.
Strategize,
Separate from the people that's out here tormenting you.
Yeah. And even though it may hurt, clap for those that's going ahead.
Amen. Even
when you think it's your season. And it is your season. But still be able to clap for people as they go further. Don't look down, don't speak negative, and just flow in it.
Hey.
Yeah. So with that being said and done, we thank y'all for tuning in once again to The Awakening. Peace out. Have a good day.